Oh my God, that is wild. Wow,
What?
that was a good one. That was a good story, Booze. That was insane. Oh,
Should I say it again?
Yeah,
Colby Parkinson
we
is gonna fuck me. There we go.
that's what we needed.
Nailed it.
There we go.
Who the fuck is
There
Colby
we
Parkinson?
go. That's what we needed. All right, boys. Well. Pete is barely with us. If I'm occasionally getting like a little glimmer of skin there. I can't tell if it's his mustache or his dingleberries, but
Kind
something
of what
is
the
showing up.
Northern Lights looks like. Like you're not sure if you can see it, but think there might be something there.
Dude,
Give us a recap.
It's a huge hack to shave a mustache into your pubes, because then when a girl laughs when you take your pants off, at least it's about something else for the first time.
That is so true, dude.
keep them distracted.
All right. So here we are in episode 9. Booze, you want to give us a bit of an intro here?
That is great. Welcome to episode 9. We are almost done with the season. Thank fucking God.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Good work, team. Good work. We made it.
Great job, team. Not super stoked on Captain Jamaica being in it. I feel a little bit like it might be my fault. And if he wins, I might off myself. Anyways, today we're sponsored by Mountain Time, premium lager, New Belgium beer.
Mountain Time.
And
Thought you were just making a joke about all our pre-pod texts about having no idea what time we're actually starting.
no,
It's Mountain Time somewhere, baby.
It's Mountain Time somewhere. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Championship is ours. I can feel it in my guts. Careful, or the Frost Giants have a secret.
Boom, and we're live. Yeah, here we are. It's Thursday night. It is the start of the second quarter. We are into championship weekend, and yes, believe it or not, we've got a league rookie up against a league vet who is closing in on a championship. I don't want to say that he's looking good by any means, because history has shown us that if there's anything Mark Phillips can do, it's blow a championship, and so that's what we're all hoping for right now. Especially you, Booze, for sure. I could see that. To be honest, I was actually just looking at it earlier. Saquon, like in the weeks, like 3 weeks straight after you traded him, was like under 10 points. So wouldn't feel terrible
He hasn't
about
been
that.
that good. I honestly am not that mad about that trade. The
Now,
Bijan was a little
Bijan-
bit tough. But
like if you had picked up Bijan, you probably would have been fine, and you would have, and yeah, he's been gold. He's probably
wouldn't
already
have
won
been
the last 4
fine.
weeks.
I did the math. Wouldn't have been fine. And you know what they say?
Yeah, we already
$1
figured that out.
saved is $1 gained until you have to
So
give
true.
it all away.
Should we roll
I mean,
over
honestly,
dollars?
I kind of like
Go ahead, Josh.
Luke. Just no, finish me. Well, I mean, finish the sentence.
Should we roll over dollars from year to year to make it like a dynasty elimination league?
Oh
I
my
actually don't
God.
hate that. I don't hate that at all.
No, I
Oh,
I adore the idea, but then you just disincentivize using your money. I don't love that.
So wait,
The
who's
idea of
that?
someone
But
just
it's not for eliminated teams, only for teams that make the playoffs. So either you choose to try and make the playoffs, but if you're eliminated with Fab,
that's
it's cut.
interesting.
But if you make the playoffs with Fab, you can save it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but I also don't know how I feel about me dropping Ken Walker in one of my leagues and him going off tonight.
It's gonna happen.
Fine, everything's
It's just
fine.
gonna happen.
All I
As-
know is that I'm thrilled, Boozy, that you set up Captain Jamaica for finals, because there is nothing I love watching more than Mark Phillips blowing things, and watching him blow a championship again would be like the fourth thing I've seen him blow this month, and I would be all for it.
Yeah. No, that actually would make the whole thing worth it, because like he's been such a prick like this whole time, victory dancing already. And if he just comes up short, my God, I'm gonna absolutely have a field day. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad he's in this position.
I'm
I'm
glad
glad you're
usually
glad.
anytime he's in a position.
So I'm just recapping last year's championship. Once again, he kind of snuck in, losing record 10-12. The Levis legacy
Oh my
on the back of
gosh.
Will Levis, stumbled into the playoffs, and then behind the back on the back of Bo Nix, James Cook, really 26 points from James Cook. 23 from Brian Thomas Jr., 26 from the Falcons. Ended up crazy. Last year, week 16 was 147 to 145. So it was a 2-point game going into the final week for the championship. And then he wasn't able to, so a hot start, he was up by 2 going into week 17, wasn't able to close it out. Maximilian crushed his dreams, sent him back to the Peasants Lounge. And that was it. But yeah, only 95 points in week 17. Tough. But yeah, this year, projections looking good. Mark Phillips currently projected for 144. Danny the Rook, Luke's OnlyFans Johnson, only projected for 117. So got some gap to make up. Which is kind of shocking at this point with the 17 league in the championship. How is that possible?
Because he has Jackson. Dude, he has a very similar team to me in my other league. And
yeah, let's get to the portion of the show we're talking the other league.
In my other league, well, this is my interest some people because I'm in the semifinals against fantasy pal Andrew Regan.
Yes.
I currently have
fantasy pals championship.
0 points.
Andy Regan won me over. I'm cheering for him this week against you. Last week, just everything changed for me. I became a huge Andy Regan guy last week.
What the fuck?
That was a quick turnaround. A shockingly quick turnaround.
Truly shocking. All of a sudden, a baby is on the way, and my guy changes completely. the father to be.
True. It has transformed
guys,
him. That's for sure.
Speaking of
baby
I have to
on
go
the
get
way.
a crying baby.
Go get that.
Probably be back.
Go get that baby. Pete, do you want to say any words for us before?
Peter, Pete,
love that.
Pete, we can see you cranking it. It's not that dark,
but just barely. It's
barely.
It's just dark enough that you could possibly deny it.
Okay, well, let me go back to my story since we lost half the pod anyway.
Please, let's hear your story.
So I'm in the semifinals against Andrew Regan. Great Thursday night matchup. Got Jackson Smith and Jigba. Colby Parkinson's. 2 great guys. I think projected total like 35
I don't think that's
points.
his last name, but yeah, go ahead.
Something Parkinson's. Parkinson?
Yeah, I think it's just continue.
Anyway, it is currently a minute left in the first half, and I have 0.0 points.
Yeah,
so
that's tough.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, they literally just showed a graphic on the broadcast about how he's averaging 110 yards a game and he's got 0 yards tonight. JSN, what's up, man? It's time to show up. Show up or show out.
He's had like one other game where he dudded. If he did that this week, I would actually, I'd be not happy. I'd off myself again.
That's tough. That's tough.
All right. Should we run through the teams, the matchup this week?
Yeah, let's run through the teams. I feel like I kind of already started that, but yeah, let's go for it. I was actually gonna put together odds for the league to bet on, but we can do this live right here. So
Perfect.
Here is the matchup. Let's do the QBs first. We got on Team Captain Jamaica, we've got Jalen Hurts and Jacoby Brissett. Projected for a total of 40 points, combined 40 points. Well, Jacoby's been keeping the magic alive. We'll see if he can do it one more week.
Crazy stat of Jacoby. He has not been outside top 12 fantasy quarterback since he started.
Damn. I mean, it's crazy consistent. Since he
Crazy.
started, it's literally 20 points, 19, 24, 19, 21, 18, 19, 19, 20. So the floor seems like ridiculously high. The crazy part about it, though, is like they've lost all of those games. So it's like almost all second half junk time. So it's
I
like crazy
know.
that you're just banking on that, but it's like do we think they're going to be beating Atlanta by 10 points in the second half? Probably not. So is he going to throw it for 40? Here's the passing attempts from those same stretch there. 44, 36, 31, 44, 57, NFL record. 49,
57?
40, 57 against San Francisco. Completed 47 of 57 passes. NFL record for both completions and attempts. Jacoby Brissett. 33, 49, or 49, 40, 44, 40. So hasn't had a game with under 40 attempts since week 9.
Dude, that's wild. How does the arm handle that? Like, he's
But
got to be on a
honestly, like,
pitch count, dude. He's just going out there and hucking it. Has
do you
he
think he
ever
has
been
to like ice
good?
his shoulder but in the half?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
He's pretty old. He's got to be like 35, right?
yeah, but
Like,
he doesn't have like a ton of, but he's also like he doesn't have a ton of game time on him. So I don't know. He's not 35. He's not that old.
dude, are you
Um,
sure?
I'm pretty sure he's
Looking it up.
33. It's older than I thought. He was born in 92. He's practically as old as I am.
Jesus, that's
He's
ancient.
older than Pete. That's actually bonkers.
Wow. And Pete's in bed right now.
Pete can't be bothered to show his face on this pod. Jacoby Brissett's out there hucking footballs 50 times a game out there. So yeah, it really makes you think twice.
Talk about old man. How about old man Philly Rivers coming out,
Oh my
44 years
gosh.
old? Dude, he
Absolutely
looks
nuts.
he just looks old. Like, he looks fat, old. Like, I don't know why you would want to go back out there. You have like some
Honestly,
25, 28-year-old D tackle ready to just fucking crush you.
it might be because he's trying to send like 14 kids to college, but like honestly, unless he actually needs the money, I don't know what he's doing out there. That's terrifying. Like, yeah, I can't imagine. Do you think there's no way he holds the ball for more than 3 seconds a play
No, he just gets
on
it
Sunday?
and beams it out. Do you think the
Like,
guys
is he
feel bad tackling him?
I mean, the sad thing is I don't think they do. I would, for sure, which is why I'm not in the NFL. The only reason I'm not in the NFL. But yeah,
True.
I'd feel terrible. I mean, he's still like a decently, he's back from the age of where like if you weren't 6'4", 200 pounds, like you just couldn't play quarterback in the NFL. So he's a pretty big, beefy guy. But yeah, I mean, like those knees, there's no way. That's a brittle body right there. If he takes a couple hits, I don't know. I don't think I'm playing the rest of the game. But we'll see. We shall see. So that's the QBs. Actually, that's only just half the QBs. Back to our lineup read-through. So Jalen
my
Hurts, Jacoby
God.
Brissett versus.
Oh my fucking God. Did that just happen?
Wait, but who was that? That was Cooper Kupp.
Oh, I thought that was JSN. Thank God.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't JSN. It did happen, but it was not JSN. So on the other side, Luke's OnlyFans, Danny the Rook Johnson, Dak Prescott, and Joe Burrow. On paper, like, would you rather have Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts and Jacoby Brissett?
On paper, Dak and,
also, I guess this is like
Burrow. But
right, like
the reality of the
yeah.
season, I think I'd rather have Hurts and Jacoby.
Yeah, where we are. I mean, like if we're back in draft day, right? I mean, Jalen Hurts was a first round pick, but like, yeah, Dak and Burrow both seem like absolutely stacked. But where we are today, yeah, I mean, we just read off Jacoby's stats. Joe Burrow.
I guess he's been decent since he came back. Last game, he just was dog shit.
Except for last week. So the 2 games before, he's played 3 games out of the last 12, and of those 3 games he's played, 2 of them have been on par with Jacoby Brissett, and 1 has been an absolute dud. 19 points, 23 points, and then 5.5 points last week. So yeah, you got to hope for more. Miami's defense is not great. They're
Yes.
better than people thought they were, but they're not great. So yeah, I think there's a decent shot there.
But also Jalen
Um,
or Dak, I mean, he's had some rough games in the past, like since week 8. He's only gone over 23 times.
That's true. And 0 times in the last 2 games.
Yeah. And Chargers aren't bad.
So
Like, not a bad defense. Are
that's
they?
true. Actually, I didn't realize this Dak was struggling so much. Again, I stopped following football in week 9 when I got eliminated, so it doesn't really matter. But
Naturally.
yeah, he was on a heat streak through week 7. He was looking hot, and then basically right before their bye, 6 points, 15, came back from the bye in week 10, had two good weeks and 1 decent week, 24, 27, 20, 18 in week 14, 11.9, 12 points in week 15. The trajectory is not headed in the right direction, and the Chargers are a good team. So yeah,
And
I don't know.
George Pickens has kind of fallen off hard. Like,
But also,
he's-
you traded Dak to it was you gave up Ricky Pearsall and Dak for Jalen Hurts. That's how he got on Danny's team.
what? What? And then did I trade? No, I didn't trade Jalen Hurts. I kept him, right?
You kept him, and then he got cut. But yeah, you picked him up for $30. You picked him up for $30 on Halloween weekend, and then traded him away for
Wait,
Jalen
Dak?
Hurts.
I picked up Dak for $30.
Yep.
What a snag! Should have held on to that one.
That was a steal. October 30th. When was? They don't have dates in here. I don't know what week that was. Anyway, all right. So on to the running backs. I mean, it is just kind of upsetting reading off these rosters at this point in the league. But yeah, Captain Jamaica, of course, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan, and Saquon. So there's the core running back central for Captain Jamaica versus James Cook, Javonte Williams, and Trevion Henderson. I mean, that is like, again, going back to the draft, I'd probably hands down take Jahmyr, Bijan, and Saquon. Probably still would, but it's closer than you'd expect at this point with the heat
a lot
streak those guys
closer.
have been
I mean,
on.
James Cook is an absolute beast heater. I would put James Cook up there with Jahmyr or Bijan.
Absolutely.
And Trevion Henderson is coming on in a big way. I mean, he can pop off for 3 TDs and 150 yards rushing any week he wants to.
Oh, he could definitely pop off. Yes.
And honestly, they're pretty much all kind of like boom bust. Not totally bust, but they could put up 30 points. They could put up 10 points pretty easily. So it'll be interesting over a 2-week span. I think I do give the nod to Captain Jamaica for the RBs, but I think Danny's pretty close. I don't think it's a huge tilt.
I think so. So we've got we're saying basically QBs and RBs both go to Phillips, but not by a ton.
Yeah,
but plus 1 on both sides. All right. I think I buy that. Yeah. I mean, James Cook and Trevion actually probably carried Luke's OnlyFans into the championship with 30 points for James Cook and 29 for Trevion Henderson last week. Without either one of those guys, he probably doesn't make it Maximilian's in the championship instead of Luke's OnlyFans. But he does. So yeah, so you get even if you only get one of those games in either week from both guys, that's a good shot for sure.
Last comment on that. Captain Jamaica benching Travis Etienne is a very interesting move, I would say. I mean, Etienne's been on an absolute heater. Could be he
Good
might be the
spot.
RB1 over the last 5 weeks. I know he's playing
Good
Denver,
spot.
but
He probably is.
I would put Travis Etienne over Saquon
50,
easily.
95 points over the last 5 weeks. He's practically averaging 20 points a game.
Yeah.
And he's on the bench.
And
So
Facial Tootin just got injured. So he's
oh, did he really?
solo. Mhm.
Tootin's
So-
out? Tootin's
Tootin's
no longer
out.
Tootin?
So
yeah,
poor move
interesting
by
call.
Mark. That might be
I'd love it if you call his downfall right here. That sounds great. I'd love for one of these guys to drop the ball. I mean, but just a wealth of riches on both sides. My beloved Omarion Hampton, who truly, if he hadn't been injured, would have carried me through the whole season, hanging out on Danny's bench as well. He's not quite back yet, so I'll give him that. I probably wouldn't start him in this position either. But just hanging out there on the bench is brutal to see.
it's disgusting, really.
Disgusting. So down to the wide receivers. This is where really, well, here, we'll just read them off. We got Chris Olave and Juwan Jennings starting for Captain Jamaica.
Ew,
And
dude,
on-
ew. How is that possibly the starting wide receivers of a championship
And you're like,
team in
oh,
this
well,
league?
he's got, well, like, of course, he's starting Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, and Saquon. He probably had some other guy who's injured or something, right? Not really. Here's the wide receivers on his bench: Jaden Reed and Roma Dunze.
Yeah, what
That's
the
it.
hell? Those not a single one of those would start on my 10-man regular fantasy roster.
To be
right now.
honest, why hasn't he picked up somebody like Zay Flowers or Terry McLaurin, who are just hanging out on the free agent wire at the moment?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Zay's coming off 2 back-to-back stellar games. Yeah, I don't know, man. Mark, this might be where we call you out. So, bit of a fraud in the wide receiver situation. Clearly put all his eggs in the running back basket. And up against him, he's got JSN and CeeDee Lamb. I mean, obviously, at the moment, JSN is not holding up his side of that. But you could have, before this game started, you're probably looking at that as like, wow, that's at least a chunk of
least-
point swing.
At least 20
The other
points.
way.
JSN's an easy 20 points. CD, let's see. Actually, I see his stats. Pretty consistent, 15 points.
Yeah, I mean, like,
And
with the upside
yeah.
for 20, probably. Yeah, he's
way more
also
upside.
30, 50, 40, 65, 70, 75 in the last 5 weeks. So, yeah, 15 points average with some upside. Yeah, so maybe not as huge of a swing as you'd think, but I would have thought that was huge.
I think it's pretty big. Like potentially, I would say potentially a 20-point swing between those two.
Potentially. Jason's got to have a monster second half here to pull that
Well-
off, but
well,
yes, potentially.
Maybe not this week, but if we said
Maybe
this
not this
before the
week.
game started.
True. Very true. And so here comes the heavyweight fight. This is actually a pretty interesting insight that the championship is being fought between, in the tight end position, the absolute god of a man who I thought would carry me to a championship in my other league and didn't quite get there. Trey McBride absolutely crushing the tight end position left and right.
I just saw this stat. Trey McBride has like over 100 points more than the tight end 2. Which, can you name the tight end 2? Top of your head. Current tight end 2.
Current tight end 2. Again, I haven't followed since week 10, but I would probably have said like Jake Ferguson from the
Travis
Cowboys.
Kelsey.
Is he back?
Travis
He
Kelsey.
had a bunch of good games in the last like 4 weeks, but I didn't know he was having that good games. Damn.
But so, continue the stat. Travis Kelsey is closer in fantasy points to tight end 29 than he is to tight end 1. And he's the tight end 2.
Damn. That used to happen with Kelsey. And I was like a couple years in a row where Kelsey was like, yeah, like having Kelsey was like having 2 tight ends basically. And everybody else, it was just a huge cliff to the second guy. I didn't realize McBride was that far above and beyond, which, I mean, yeah, that's listed like having a wide receiver. Where is he in the wide receiver? Like 219 fantasy points at the moment. That would put
That's
him at
fucking
wide
insane.
receiver 4. He would be wide receiver 4 if he's in wide receiver. So you're looking at, above guys like Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Nico Collins. He'd be 4th behind JSN, Puka, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. If you were starting him as a wide receiver, and instead you get him at tight end. He's an absolute monster above everybody else.
Sadly,
Averaging 60, 80 points. What are we in week? Yeah, it's like averaging like 5 or 6 points more per game than any other wide receiver.
yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy.
tight end. That's nuts. That truly is
Sadly,
nuts.
Andy Regan also has him on his team.
That does suck. Sorry for you. So up against, who do we have on either side? Brock Bowers, played for
Brocky
Luke's
B.
OnlyFans, who one of the scandals of the year was picked up for $0 because nobody seems to want him. To be fair, it was I can't believe it. I didn't pick him up. I didn't even bid $1, didn't care. I thought somebody would pick him up, so I just didn't, but I should have bid a single dollar probably. But yeah, at the time we were already in it was his bye week, so he was on the block on his bye week, so there was off there, and he'd had like 6-7 points for 3 weeks straight, and then had out for 3 weeks. So that seemed like the chances of him becoming a monster again were very low. Turned out he has definitely helped get Danny the rest of the way to the playoffs. Does he have some match? Definitely a bit more boom bust than Trey McBride, though. We're looking at like not a lot, but out of the last 7 weeks, 3 games under 9 points, 4 games over 10 with 137 week, 120 week. So yeah, if he gets a 20 or a 30-point week, could be okay. But I think Trey McBride's a pretty clear swing in that
Let me know
situation.
what you think about this. Just looked at waivers, and there is a one Kyle Pitts Sr. Did you not? You didn't watch last week. You haven't been following.
He's
have you?
available.
Do you know what happened?
I did.
Last week?
I saw his crazy monster week. Yeah.
Okay, but so Drake London might be out again. Over the past 3 weeks, Kyle Pitts targets 8 targets, 10 targets, 12 targets, 7 receptions, 82 yards, 6 receptions, 90 yards, 11 receptions, 168 yards, and 3 TDs. If I am Daniel Johnson, Danny Johnny boy,
Johnny. That's what we used to call him.
I might roll the dice and go for Kyle
Who's
Pitts.
he rocking now?
Breakout. Brock Bowers.
Bowers.
But
Would
Brock
you start
Bowers
Brock Bowers
against Houston?
Yeah. This kid's not sleeping. I probably need to go back in there. But
all right, we're wrapping it up, I think, anyway.
Yeah,
lessons learned because I was listening the whole time. This pod was never meant for 2 people to host, but you guys did a great job carrying us.
Thanks for giving us that vote of confidence now that we're done.
Yeah. My pleasure. And I miss you boys. I love you boys. And you did great. I did
This
like
pod
it.
Thanks for coming back on to tell us that.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. This pod actually has some substance to it. Isn't just dick jokes.
So
over
true.
And over again.
So true.
Has the wrong kind of substance.
All right. Fantasy Pros actually has Kyle Pitts ranked 3. So here's the rankings of tight ends this week by Fantasy Pros: Trey McBride, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, Brock Bowers. Wow. So it's not crazy for sure.
But you got to feel
for sure
pretty
not crazy
for it.
Yeah, but I mean,
all right, boys. You
especially
guys
with JSN,
love you, fellas.
Putting up a dud right now, he kind of has to throw a Hail Mary.
Love you, Josh. I kind of think you're right. And that at least, similarly, Fantasy Pros is showing a 5 out of 5 upside for Kyle Pitts and 4 out of 5 bust potential for Brock Bowers at Houston. Matchup is terrible. Terrible matchup versus a great matchup. I think you're onto something. Well, time will tell. We might see some last minute moves. If this game ends badly for JSN, we might see Danny pull some shenanigans this weekend and try to put Mr. Pitts in.
It could
I'd
be
like it.
panic time. I would like it too.
I'd like it. Is this the final turning point of Kyle Pitts? Has he arrived, or is this a fluke? Let me ask you this.
I don't
Better
think it was
question. Was last week Kyle Pitts' best fantasy performance of his career?
Possibly. I mean, 40 points is fucking crazy. I don't have
That is
many
crazy.
tight ends done that before. 3 TDs, 160 yards, 11 receptions. But the thing is, like, 10, 11 receptions, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. 120, 140 yards. Don't think that's out.
True.
Is he going to score 3 TDs every week or do all that at the same time? Probably not. But he looked good. He was just eating them alive. He looked like an athlete. He looked like the guy that's been promised. The prince that was promised. So
here's a great stat
I'm kind
for
of buying
you.
in. I'm kind of buying in.
I like it. I mean, I have been on the Pitts train multiple times. Had to get off a couple different times as well. So currently not a member of the train, but I might be getting back on. Here, would you guess what? When was the last time a tight end scored more fantasy points in a game than Kyle Pitts last week?
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Gronkowski.
No.
Or Aaron Hernandez.
No, neither.
Damn it.
Before either Gronk or Hernandez were even in the league. I'll put it that way.
Wow. Before they were even in the league? Gronk was what, like 2006? 2008? I don't think Jimmy Graham ever had that many.
Nope.
Jermaine Shockey, what was his name?
Jeremy Shockey. That's a good
Jeremy
guess.
Shockey.
So I mean, Gronk just had crazy
Tony Gonzalez.
seasons. It's not even not Tony Gonzalez.
What year? Give me the year.
The year is 1996.
Damn.
So there's four performances that were better, but 2 of them are in the 80s, 1 in the 60s. The number 4, so Kyle Pitts is number 5 on the list. Number 4 on the list is Mike Ditka from 1961.
Mike Ditka, classic.
Number 3 on the list is Shannon Sharp, 96. And then we got Shannon Sharp, baby.
TV host.
13 receptions, 153 yards, and 3 TDs. So, actually, this might be PPR because that's 2 more catches, but 13 less yards. So that'll be pretty close, maybe about a tie. Oh, and we got a game here. You just saw that, but do you say you're starting Kenneth Walker or are you playing against Kenneth Walker?
Neither.
Okay.
I am starting Jackson Smith-Njigba. You familiar?
Oh, yes.
You might not recognize the name
Anyway.
because he hasn't caught a pass tonight.
Haven't heard of him recently, actually. It's been a while since I heard his name. But yeah, so that is pretty nuts. I mean, 3 TDs. So all of these are Kellen Winslow has both the top 2 spots from the 80s. One game in 1981, 13 catches, 144 yards, and 5 TDs. That's bonkers. 5 touchdown game. But he had another game with 3 touchdowns. Yeah, getting multiple games in your career with 3 touchdowns is pretty crazy. Probably not going to happen again. But yeah, could he have several more games with 10 plus catches? That seems possible.
Who was the most recent one?
Shannon Sharp, 96.
Oh, Shannon Sharp, 96? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know Shannon Sharp was a tight end. I thought he was like a wide receiver. He doesn't look that big.
Oh, no. He was Oh man, look at like he was ripped back in the day. He was one of those guys you look like just in his jersey, looked like he should have been in WWE or something.
Mm,
But that was back in the Elway days. Sharp, Elway, Terrell Davis, Ed McCaffrey, good old Broncos years right there.
go horses.
Did you know that John Elway had a whole? There's like a documentary coming about John Elway about how he was like known as like a huge bust for a long time because he was a number 1 overall pick, and then he took him like a long, I can't remember how many years, but he had a lot of years before he like won in the playoffs, which I did not realize. I thought he was kind of like a huge. I mean, he has what 3 Super Bowls, so like pretty huge success, but
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Oh, I'm finally seeing the Kenneth Walker play. That's how far behind I am, dude. That's insane. I gotta refresh
is-
the stream.
You probably should refresh. Also, it's on Prime Video. Don't you just have an Amazon account? If you have an Amazon
Oh,
account,
is
you
it?
can watch this game for free. Yeah.
That's a great thing. Luke, do you know
So
or
there
do
you
you
go.
have
All right.
any of
Do we
our
go-
old football cards? Because I'm pretty sure
Oh.
like we could probably sell those for a decent amount. We had some
You're
nice
right.
cards.
Cards are
And
big
football
nowadays.
cards are big. They're really big.
Really? I
Yeah.
think I could remember some of the cards that I had. They're
I had a
probably
Marshall,
still in
I had
Mama's
a Marshall
attic.
Falk like gold card.
Oh yeah, I had a Dan Marino. I had an Edgerrin James
James.
jersey
Edgerrin.
card. Or was it a Marvin Harrison jersey? It might have been a Marvin Harrison jersey card. Signature signed jersey card.
Wow, Marvin Harrison right now with Marvin Harrison Jr. might be big.
Yeah, I'm curious. We should probably look those up. Yeah, here's
Here.
I'm seeing it anywhere from like 75 to 200 depending
see
on
one for 1,800.
No, come on.
Well, this is a Marvin Harrison 1997 Skybox Premium. A lot of graphics on card.
This I'm pretty
Kinda
sure
looks
this
like the
is the
one
one
you
right
have.
here. Really? I'm pretty sure mine was an Upper Deck
An upper decker.
card from from 2000. I'm super curious now. Should we turn this into a podcast about sports cards? And if we do find, I'm pretty sure they're all in a single like binder somewhere in
We
Mama
used
Dad's
to
attic.
have
If
a
we
shit ton.
go, we did. Do you remember when we like there was like a few summers where we bought like a few packs each, and then somehow we bought on eBay like a pack of 500 cards, like a box that got shipped all the way to Uzbekistan. And I remember that's my core eBay memory of like we were bidding on it. I think it was like around $10. It was like $9.80 or something. And we were sitting there bidding on it, every 2 minutes being like, we're gonna lose it. We're gonna get it. Come on, get 5%. And we like freaked out. We were on like AOL internet. And then we won the bid. It couldn't have been more than $11. And we went just electric, just tearing up the house right away.
Oh,
And then
I remember the
solid-
box.
yeah, 45 days later we got it in the mail, and then we like opened every single pack, laid them out on the floor, and did like a 3-way snake draft.
Classic.
It was
Yeah.
great. Good times.
Yeah, I mean, we each had our own binder. I remember you probably had like 3. I think you were hoarding them a little bit, but I think we at
I don't
least each
think-
had one.
Did I have more than one? I only thought I had one, but I might not have.
No, you probably only had one, but we definitely each had
You're
our
right.
own.
They are big these days. This could be
This could be our Bitcoin.
This could be our Bitcoin moment. I like it, Booze. Let's make this happen. All right. Next episode, we will be unboxing our already unboxed fantasy cards. Should we like sell? You know what we could do is sell. People do this where like they like sell shares in a pack, and then when they open it, if any of them are worth anything, then they like share the winnings basically, and they live stream the opening. We could do that on the pod. They'll share.
I like it.
Share share earnings with the league for a mere, I don't know, $3 a ticket.
$200 a share.
$200.
Dude,
Good call.
I feel like you could probably get at least $1,000 out of one of the binders.
But my feeling is like no cards are that valuable unless they're like actually autographed and in mint condition and have something else rare about them. To just like
So
random
how many?
cards
But how
have
many
that
do you
much
think we
value?
have?
Maybe 1,000, 500,
Cards?
somewhere between. I think so. Maybe several hundred between 300 and 1,000. I'm not honestly. It's hard to like remember exactly how many we did.
Well, let's just say on average, it's like 10 or $20 per card. We got a lot of like old vintage cards. If it's $10 a card and we have 300 cards, it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. All right, let's make it
I'll have to
happen.
check it out.
We will have to
Okay.
take an expedition back to our parents' house to dig through their attic, but
Okay, final
worth it.
score predictions. I think that
Yes, thank you.
this week, Luke's OnlyFans is gonna take the L. It's not gonna be huge, but I think Jamaica puts up like 150. Luke's OnlyFans puts up 135. Next week, big bounce back week. Captain Jamaica, massive comeback. Brings it very close and wins it. Maybe 5-point game or less after 2 weeks.
Damn, I like it. Who are you calling?
Luke's OnlyFans.
By 5 after a big week 2.
Oh, I gotta plug in my
I like it.
laptop.
I'm with you. I definitely think that yeah, if I could see the Eagles having a trash game against Washington, and that's probably the only thing that keeps it close with Danny. I don't think it's going to be quite as high scoring as you're thinking. I think both teams are going to be under 140. I think Captain Jamaica gets close to 140. I think Luke's OnlyFans can hope to get over 120. Let's call it 120 to 135 going into week 17. Down by 15. I think he's got a real shot. Projections are very close. I think that the Thursday games tell most of the story. The Cowboys stomp the Commanders after they have a hangover game after playing well against the Eagles. The Eagles get a little bit rocked by the Bills, and the tides turn. And I think although it gets very close, I think Mark takes it. I think Captain Jamaica keeps the win, but I agree. It's a win by under 10. It's a win by 7 points, or maybe slightly less than 7 points. 6.9 points. That's what I'm calling. 242 to 235. Boom.
I like it.
All right.
My computer is about to die and I can't find my charger.
Well, it's perfect. It's a good time for us to wrap this
Perfect
bad boy up. Booz, I think you and I could start
I
a
found
very
it.
productive second podcast where we actually just like analyze the shit out of stuff without all the shenanigans the other two bring us.
I kind of agree.
That's my New Year's resolution. And huge news, we're only 45 days away from Formula One season. So for all the rest of you listeners out there who are not in the championship, who are currently wondering why I'm still watching football, there's something better around the corner. You just got to look. All right. Good night, Fantasy Pals. Love you all. And best of luck to our two competing champions.